My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Yes, very shameful. And welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon with Gide. So, we were left into the... was it week 8? Yes, week 8 is starting up. I think it's the week that starts in the upper spot, right? I think so. I would assume so. I have to go and check it out kind of right now because I'm not sure anymore. Well, in week 1 they succeeded in doing this. Okay, I guess. So, I've been thinking, would I wanna even think of trying to do the Necromancer this time around? It's a possibility that we might be able to try it. At least, slay the boss is kind of put here as a thing that we need to do. We could try to do still this before that, but I don't know, do this disappear from here completely if we do this boss? I hope not, like all the apprentice missions from the ruins. But as such, like, I was wondering who would we be taking if we went for the Necromancer. Obviously we would be taking Dangret, because he first of all, and for a boss at least I think it's better that we consider trying to keep the light above that, because he also gets that +10 to damage, though he could get the +2 to speed. Then he would have those health below, he gets extra damage, and yeah, he is nonetheless, he has those skills that are good against all of these sort of things. And we would be taking Celestinus because, as said, Vigonia isn't good for the ruins, so Celestinus would be the one. And Maura definitely would come as well. He is pretty experienced and has very good skills overall, even if not specifically for that place. But yes, he also has this light above 75 +2 to speed, which should be very useful. Very, very useful in that sort of a situation. But then, who would come as the last one into this group would probably be Fox again, because it should work very nicely with this group. So we would be taking Fox. Everyone would be level 2 as well, which I would think should already be pretty good, considering this is basically for level 1. But yeah, we would have level 2, level 2, level 2, and a level 2. So we should then certainly consider trying to get as good things for these guys as possible. And I was thinking that as this is such a freaking good trinket, that I will be buying it, even though it's going to cost a lot of money. 7,500 is a lot of money for just one trinket plus, but it only has one negative, one minus speed, but it has way more plus sides than negatives. So let's buy it. Okay. So of course we have way less gold, but that should be extremely helpful when we go to fight there as well. So +5 to protection and nicely some more hit points. Then the other question is, would we also want to be equipping this book for him then or not? It's questionable. Maybe later on I might want to in the end, but in this situation I'm not sure how well will his health stay high enough so that we actually will not be in a scary situation that he will be close to death. Maybe I shouldn't be using it yet. He has a low stress anyways. Then we just had this leper, only one. What other trinkets do we have? We have this one for her, which I don't think we want to be using right now, because it's not really... well, disease resist somewhere could be nice, but not here. We don't need it here. I don't really need to be worrying about you. You have this +10 to maximum hit points, -10 to stress resist. I don't know. Stress resist, how much would that cost in the end that there would be -10 to stress resist? I'm not sure. Then you have the stun resist and dodge minus. Then what else did we have? Oh yeah, you have 2. You have this protective stone, +5 to protection, -8 to damage. And then you have the Book of Rage, which could be nice. But it does have quite a few negatives as well. And of course Yoshimo has this one, which I guess we can take it off for the moment. And I don't think, yeah, no one else has anything more. But then again, should I put this protective stone for Celestines? It's not a bad idea as such, because damage is not her main thing as a cleric, and she's the cleric that is going to be, or a vestal that is going to come with us. So we could very well consider having this for her. But then what about this one? -4 to accuracy. As said, might not be that horrible for someone like her. I don't know how much there's going to be stun or debuffs in this situation though. I guess we could try it out. It's not a damage bonus, but the speed bonus could be very nice considering the situation that then she should be able to possibly act quicker. So that should be a very nice bonus in those situations. But it was also a medium mission, so we could have a look what kind of a camping skills everyone that would be coming along would have. As well, if they have something way better then we could consider at least buying one of these, though money is tight, so should not consider anything too much. All companions +20 to stress resist is pretty nice, sure. Stress resist, that is that one. Zealous Vigil, time cost 3, self-only reduce stress by 25 +10 to accuracy. If afflicted, reduce stress by 40, interesting. But reduce stress by 25 and +10 to accuracy. +10 to accuracy is nice. Then there is the wound care and pep talk. What about you? What kind of other skills do you have? Bless would be really nice. +10 to accuracy and +10 to dodge for one companion. Chant, pray, sanctuary. If religious, reduce chance of nighttime ambush. One companion, 25% stress resist. Wound care, one companion heal, 20%. Yeah, I really would like to get this one though. This would be such a nice bonus and boost for the full rest of the dungeon. What about you, Maura? Well, I know I like clean guns, for a fact. Uncatchable. Self-only improves scouting chance until next camp by 30%. That's also really cool for most of the cases at least, but not necessarily something I would be considering for a boss run. Callous humor. Yeah, I saw this one for someone else. That's really kind of funny. How is it like 75 all companions, 75% chance to reduce stress by 20% or 20 and increase stress by 10 with 25% chance. Not the kind of a humor that everyone will understand. Then of course encourage and pep talk as well for you. And then let's have a look at the folks. So you have this of course, which is awesome. Then you have revel, which would of course indeed reduce stress and so on. Then reject the gods. Self-only reduce stress by 25, all companions increase stress by 5. Intriguing. Ooh, that would also be nice. +10 to critical. Pep talk and wound care. So there's two that I would love. This, but most importantly, almost, of course, from Tangred, the stress resist for everyone would be cool too. But I would really love to get this bless. So I might buy this even though it's expensive. But bless would be so nice to be able to do at some point, so have to be careful what else to do though, for sure, because we have little. Yeah, I know. that's most likely going to be the case. Would be silly if it wouldn't. So what else, or what would I want to take off? I'm going to be thinking between this and this, I think. All companions if religions reduce. If not, one companion. I think I'm going to keep the Shant, and especially if he's going to be going with Tangred, he can maybe use the Shant for Tangred if there happens to be time and need. But yeah, is there something else we could consider doing? Did you have a weapon upgrade? You don't have a weapon upgrade, so let's get that one. Flintlock, Rusty Base, yeah, it increases everything a little bit, so it's good. You of course didn't have one, but at least Tangred has one and Fox has one. Yeah, so I could consider that, but it's kind of expensive still for 900, so might not be something to consider right now. Here, ooh, you can have even higher. Oh, if only I could reduce the cost a little bit. But yeah, you could have higher skills now, which is kind of horrible because that costs a lot of money. So yes, what about you? Can you? Yes, you can have some higher too. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I could be spending all of my money here if I wanted to. 2 to 3. Of course, if I would take this and then this, then we would have one at least really nice healing skill, which could be lovely too. And I haven't even upgraded anything with you yet. Nothing at all. Crit modifier increases only with 1 here. So accuracy base of course does increase. Take aim does increase the accuracy and crit. And I have liked the take aim, so I might consider upgrading that one a little bit. But first of all, I think that I should at least upgrade one. Maybe with Tangred's one skill at least even higher. I'm kind of also wondering which skills would I exactly want for that ride to be using. This could also be a nice one, considering that torch could be then good, and plus 20 to protection might be very, very welcome. Though I really do like this skill. Accuracy modifier 80. Crit modifier 85. A little bit extra. Also damage to unholy. Of course the smite is good just for the fact that it's then overall just increased accuracy and everything. Like, I'm just looking at the money situation. What could I take? I guess I should... Really wondering about this thing. Holy Lance. Let's take Holy Lance. It's at least even better accuracy base then, and there's usually a lot of annoying stuff at the pack, so it's really nice skill. Then I might consider buying one more thing, but that's it. Then I need money for food and all that stuff. So if I would want to upgrade one more skill, what would it be? This of course would be good, the overall part heal. I don't think I want to be upgrading this at the moment, or something from, not Lynx, something from Fox could be something to consider. Maybe even the breakthrough. Self 24. Accuracy base. It of course cures the blight or bleed as well from self. Self, of course, debuffs are still there. Accuracy base is a little bit increased, as is the critical modifier. I'm unsure. Or to increase something from Maura, considering he hasn't increased anything yet. Which would then lead me to think that I would want to increase this, because it's just a nice really nice path overall if I anyways would consider doing it before this thing. So I'm just looking at the money situation and I'm really unsure if I should be doing anything of a like, especially when I don't know how things will go if I actually try to go and do the boss battle. So okay, let's save the rest of the money for actually buying stuff for this journey, because we kind of really probably will need it, and you guys should be the other way around and not Lynx but Fox. Yes, okay. I guess we're gonna be trying this, so kill the necromancer's apprentice. A necromancer is performing unspeakable rituals in the shattered halls of your ancestral home. It must be stopped. This is of course a medium one. So they're sleeping. So we really need some food. 12. Let's buy some more extra because this is a boss fight. Let's buy that 6. Let's at least bring a few holy waters. At least 1 key. At least 2 shovels. What else? Maybe a few bandages in case we get a very nasty situation with a bleed. Could be a good idea. And I guess we could try with something like this. At least there's a little bit money left, so we should be able to go into some little journey even with this sort of a money. Let's just see what kind of a situation we're going to be having here then, because, well, I haven't tried this yet, so let's go. Let's embark.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
Twitch in the leg of a dead rat. Very interesting. I guess this guy is the necromancer. Appears like it. Ancestor Memoirs, the necromancer, 1 out of 3. Okay. Kill 1 necromancer apprentice, and of course we cannot in any way know where he might be. In here it would be extremely nice to have the possibility of knowing where to go. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do this, but we have to go and explore this region first. For the very simple fact, it's nice that you didn't get damage from it, because otherwise we would have to come all the way back here to explore this bit if it happened to be here, which, yeah. Okay, there is this kind of a thing. Who would go there? Forsaken confession food. It hasn't been used in years. Well, try to use the holy water into it. Aha, okay. It just removed a little bit of stress, which we didn't really have a lot. Then it would have been way better to use with him. But, well, stress is increasing a lot here, which is also worrisome, but as such we don't necessarily need the... Oh, map, awesome. Well, map that... Well, it did show something, okay, great. Can't see what it shows, but okay, it shows a little bit that there's at least 1 empty room. And does this really show already that it's an empty room? I think not. I assume not, but I don't know if it shows it. I have to go and check it out, because I'm not sure if I can make it out that it actually shows that there is the empty room. It was an empty room. Well, that's done anyways. Let's increase the light a little bit. A lot of stress in this place though. A lot more all the time than in the other places, so I guess it's because of the boss situation. So I doubt we're gonna be successful this time around, considering how much stress we're already been suffering in here. So yeah, we almost have to be trying to keep this as high as possible, because otherwise we're just all the time getting a little bit of stress and a little bit of stress and a little bit of stress, which really isn't a good situation now, is it? New loot. And that has also been looted already. And you guys already became hungry. Which also isn't good. But what can one do? Well, let's increase the torch for a moment. Here, the stress resist indeed would be awesome, but I'm glad that there was at least a little bit of scouting, though, well, that doesn't help us that much, but, well, I guess we have to be just going forward.